It's great. It's amazing hardware. It's very powerful, but it's still an iPad, meaning it's still going to have lots of limitations. And we never really expect Apple to add those really computer-like extra features because they make computers too. Why? They're a business. They're not going to cannibalize their own products. They're not going to overlap that stuff. So there's iPads and then there's computers. But with this update, I feel like they use the word game changer, which they use that word all the time, but I actually feel like this genuinely fit the bill because they added things, multitasking, file management, things straight from the Mac. So yes, it still has the liquid glass, of course. It has the new phone app, the new lock screen, all of the new icons and widgets and all of that. But then this whole new multitasking and multi-window system where in any app, you can just grab that handle in the bottom right corner and shrink it in and make the app whatever size you want immediately to a floating window. And then you can just start stacking floating windows and putting them side by side and messing around with window management very, very freely. I'm sure there's a limit to how many windows you can have open. I got as many as 4 open at the same time. But not only that, they added this 3-dot window control to the corner of each window, the stoplights that we have straight from the Mac. So you can minimize or change the shape of any app just like on a Mac. And on top of that, there's a new literal Mac menu bar at the top of the screen, just giving you file, edit, view, menu, help, just stuff that you see in Mac apps. There's also a redesigned cursor that seems a lot more like a Mac cursor. It's less of a floating blob that had like the aim assist that we had before. Now it's just a normal mouse. There's also a new Files app that lets you sort through things with different ways, the same way you would with the Finder app on a Mac. There's now, like, you can have downloads in your dock. There's all kinds of things that, I mean, as someone who's used a Mac for years, feels exactly like a Mac. There is even an audio input selector built in now for all media apps, which sounds like such a small thing, but do you know how hard it's been to change your microphone input source on an iPad for all of these years? It's like they're choosing now to add it. Great. Also, background activities. So if you're exporting something from Final Cut Pro for iPad, you can close the Final Cut Pro app and do other things, and the export will continue in the background just like a computer. So yeah, as a computer user, I'm fascinated. This moves the iPad, especially like the most powerful iPad Pro, way further on the spectrum of compelling laptop alternatives for certain people. It certainly doesn't do everything, obviously. It still doesn't have multiple profile support. There are some basics that we're still gonna be missing, but I never thought that they would go this far.